Hey guys, this is Jerry, welcome to the channel. Today I'll show you everything you need to know about the MG4 electric vehicle on the Android Auto system. I'll show you how to connect the Android Auto, I'll show you how to use the functions including Google Map and other maps, playing your music, and using the voice command control. As always, you can find all the timestamps down below if you skip forward if you wish to. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to subscribe and like down below. Alright, here's what you need. First thing is obviously the Android phone. This one is a Samsung, so should connect, but for some other devices you want to check for the latest software or anything like that before you go through these steps. Make sure your phone is totally updated. Next, we need a cable. So in this instance, this phone will connect to the Type-C, so we want one cord to the phone. Next, we'll need a USB-A cord on the other side. So on the MG4 electric vehicle, only the USB-A cable or the port will be able to connect to the Android Auto system. The other one, the USB-C, is only for charging, so it does not connect to Android Auto, so to speak. Last thing is all about the cable. This particular cable is a very high quality non-genuine cable to the Samsung phone. If you're going to use a cable, recommended cable, obviously first one will be the genuine one. Second one is a very high quality USB cable. If you use something like a really cheap quality and they may not connect and may not talk to the device between each other, so you will need that. At this stage, the MG4 will only support wired connection. If in the future I get a wireless adapter, I'll be able to show you how everything works on a wireless adapter. You have to go to an aftermarket company to get the wireless adapter. Next, after preparation, we want to connect the phone straight away. So go to your phone, connect to the cord, and then underneath, connect the other cord. Once you connect to the phone, if your phone is locked, you want to unlock obviously. All right, unlock is all done. So we need to go to a few steps if you first time set up your phone. So go to next. In some cases, you may need to click a few more authorization to go to the few steps. Otherwise, just keep agree to most of the things. Make sure you are okay to send a notification on Android Auto. Make sure you download the Android Auto. Make sure your Google Map and all that things, Google functions are updated on your phones. So after that, it's going to show up on the dashboard like this. In some cases, your phone only will start charging when you connect to the right cord, right cable, everything. It's not show anything notification on your phone or on the screen. This is what you want to do. Swipe down on the top, you'll find USB accessory connected. Under the USB accessory, you want to tap option. Then you want to select, make sure you select transferring files or Android Auto. If you select this, it should talk to the device straight away. If you do not select this and select other functions, it may not connect. After that, I'll show you all the information on this particular screen, show you how everything works. First thing on the screen, you will see navigation menu on the right, and you will see music menu on the left. You can actually swap this around in the setting, which I will show you later. On the top, you get your phone sort of battery, signal, and time, and quick adjustments for your navigation, music, and also the phone call or messages, whichever you select. Now you also have a voice command button and the home button when you want to switch or to see apps button. If you want to go back home to the MG screen, just click home over here. Otherwise, click the home icon on this. You can see the MG logo, press MG. It's going to lead us back to the home screen. Under the home screen, we want to go back by just tapping the Android Auto system. Just like that, that leads us back to the home screen. All right, I'll show you how to use the voice command first for some of the functions. First thing you can activate the voice command is to press this button over here, or on your Excite, you just push and hold the voice command. On your Essence, you need to push and hold as well, just to activate the voice command, and then you can just speak out. So whenever you speak out, when you press the voice command, you'll see the bars over here. Just like that, when you see this bar, it's listening to you. If it says other bars, it means it's searching or it's processing the notification. Guide me to Hamilton.
Navigating to Hamilton.
Just like that, your navigation will start to Hamilton. You can do whatever, you can do a specific street as well. For example, 3 Bellingham Road, if you wish to. So that's quite nice to have that. You can also do voice command for phone calls. You can say, please call Jerry, please call someone, or you can please send a text message to Jerry or find the Jerry in your phone book and send a text message. So that's where you can use with the voice command. Alternatively, if your phone is equipped with Hello Google, you can do that as well. So all you need to do, just enable on your phone in the settings under the Google Assistance. All you need to do, just say, "Hey Google." Just like that, that'll pop up as well. So 3 ways to activate the voice command whenever you like. Under the main screen, right now it's using Google Map. But if you go into your map, if you have other maps information on your phone, let's say we do Waze. Now we're gonna go to Waze first, then I'll go back to home screen. Now your home screen will show Waze instead of Google Map. Same with the left one, right now it's selected to Spotify, but if I'm listening to other podcasts, using other music player, it's gonna show other music player instead. Under the Spotify, you can also swipe left for you, it's some recommendations, or swipe right to show you what's currently playing. You can play, go next and last, whichever you like. Same with the navigation, you can quickly adjust these things if you wish. Otherwise, we can go back to Google Map. That means Google Map will be displayed instead. On your Android Auto, first thing, we want to click here so we can see all the apps that supports Android Auto right now from this particular phone. We can swipe up, swipe down to see whatever we like. MG, we've already done that. Calendar, you can see your calendar, or you can create a calendar using voicemail, using voice messages if you wish. Then you can also have access to GameSnacks, which is actually really cool. So you can play games while you are stationary. Let's say right now, let's click random one. There are like 16 or more than 16 games that's available right now through the Android Auto. That means you can actually play a game through here. So if you want to just do anything, just press this, and then it will come through the speakers. If I'm gonna press the speaker up, just like that, you can hear the speaker. You obviously can mute it, unmute it if you like. You can do other small settings, high definition or just low definition. That's totally up to you. While you are stationary, you can use this. If the vehicle starts moving, starts going to drive, right now I'm gonna put the vehicle into drive. As soon as it's going to drive or reverse, that will be cancelled. Going back to park, that's gonna go back, just like that. And that's how to play a game on this device. Whenever you want to go back, you can select all the other ones. There are so many of them right now on this particular channel. Next, I'll quickly go through the Google Map function. So this is obviously important. Under the Google Map, you can see the full screen Google Map. Otherwise, whenever you click this home icon, you will see different Google Maps over here. This is because we have selected Google Map as our primary map function. You can change whatever you like. Now, if under the Google Map, you want to go full screen, just press the Google Map. Under the Google Map, you can do search. So just press the search bar, you can see your recent history, you can see the categories, you can see the saved locations, whichever you like. If you wish to type address, there are 2 ways. One way is to bring the keyboard and type whichever you like. Let's say 5 King Street, anything like that if you wish. You can also click the voice command to search an address. Newmarket.
Here's what I found for Newmarket.
Just like that. Newmarket. Route is guidance, so press start. It's going to start guidance off for you. If you do wish to cancel the notification, this is just dismiss. We don't need to worry about that. If you do not want the voice guidance, click this, mute, or alert only, or unmute, whichever you like. On the right, you can also change the north up, or direction, or overview, or perspective, whichever you like in terms of the map orientation. Underneath, you can see we have 45 minutes to go, 20 kilometers to go. You can click this to select a D route. So let's say we select the first one or second one, whichever we like. Then you can search another address to add waypoints. You can also do information about the new market, all that things as well. So there are quite a few things you can do with the Google Map. You can also zoom in and zoom out and recenter. At any time, you can also drag left and right, and then again, recenter, whichever you like. Now I'll cancel the navigation first. Other functions you can use while on the map, you can also drag in and out. You can quickly click the POI, for example, BP petrol station. It's going to allow us to go to BP if you wish to. You can also save this location to your Google account if you wish to. That's pretty much it for the Google Map. Next, we can talk about messages. So on this device, it's not SIM card activated, so no messages displayed, but if someone sends you a text message, you can click their name, that will read out the message for you. You can even reply to their messages using voice command. Alternatively, you can create messages. That means press this button, you can speak out the name, then it will send out the message for you. Other things, news, it's going to read out the news for you. Podcasts, it's going to listen to other podcasts, whatever you subscribe or saved, all that things. Phone, you can make different phone calls to different people. You can see your favorites, you can see your contacts, you can see recent, you can see your keypad as well. You can dial a number on this particular device. Again, you can use the voice command if you do not want to take your eyes off the road, so to speak. Other things, reminder, you can connect a reminder, you can create a reminder for you. I don't need to go through that. Spotify, Waze, you can control that yourself. Spotify will basically shows everything on your phone through your account. YouTube Music, if you save anything, you can play through YouTube Music. It does not allow you to set up the YouTube video, by the way. So you cannot watch a video on your Android Auto system, by the way. It's not safe to do so while you are driving. Important one will be under the settings. So under the setting, we have a few functions. First one is show conversations. So if someone sends you a text message, you enable this function, it's going to actually display their text message in the first lines or say first couple lines, something like that. At least you know what they're talking about. If you do not wish to have it, just disable. So it's only going to show someone's numbers or someone's name. And then you can select show first line of the conversation. So that means it's going to show first line instead of all the messages. And you can do conversation scheme chain if you wish. You can also enable start Android Auto automatically. So this is up to you. That means when you plug it in, it's going to start Android Auto. So it's going to bring to the screen. If you do not want it, you can do default or you can do use the on last drive. That's up to you as well. Next, we can enable start music automatically. So if you were using Spotify when you last time using the Android Auto, then when you connect it again, it's going to start music again. Wallpaper, you can change the wallpaper, different theme, different information, whichever you like, and then go back to confirm. That's pretty much easy. Next, you can change day and night mode for the maps. So that means right now it's automatic. I'm going to turn the lights on. That automatically goes to dark mode. Turn the lights off. It's going to go automatically to day mode. Unless you select one of this, it's going to stay on one of the mode, whichever you like. Next, we have driver seat location. If you are driving right now, let's say on this vehicle we're right-hand drive, it's default set by the car. In case it didn't set it correctly, you can do right or left. That means all your quick function and buttons or information will be located on the driver's side. Right now it's okay, we won't be able to set it. And change layout, you can change different layout on the infotainment system, which is on the first screen. So if you choose media close to driver, I'm going to tap, it's going to refresh. Let's go back. You can see the infotainment, the media is on the right, where the navigation is on the left. It's up to you whether you like it or not, depends on how often you use one of those things. So yeah, that's pretty much all about the settings. The last one is more on the phone, which I'll bring the phone and show you a few more things. So there are two ways to have access to additional settings on your phone. First way is go into the settings. Under the settings, at least on the Samsung phone, you need to go find advanced features. Under advanced features, you can have Android Auto. If you cannot find it, you can always just go back and search on the top Android Auto. Alternatively, you can type this information, type this bar over here, that automatically shows up on your phone. So these things. First thing is connection help. You can do variable things about connecting things like that. We don't need to go through that. Previous connected vehicle, so that means right now this is connected to this vehicle. If you do want to forget, you can forget all the cars, or we can go into that, rename, forget, whichever you like. And you can add new cars to Android Auto. That means when you plug it in, it's going to set up and all that things for you. If you disable that, it's not going to connect to any other cars apart from the current one. This is important, the Customise launcher. So if you click that, you can actually line up all these buttons, all these functions. I'm going to go back to the center screen. As we can see right now, the MG is the first one. Anyway, you can click the tick box or untick box. Untick, that means it's not going to show on the screen. Let's say I don't want the reminder to show on the screen. I'm going to untick. Then I'm going to go to map to the first one. That means that's all gone. So I'll unplug and plug, show you how that works. just like that. So maps on the first one, MG on the second one, and if we go up and down, we cannot find the reminder anymore because reminder is unticked. For the ones you don't have a tick, that means these is all system settings, you cannot disable them. But for other things, if you do not wish to have them, just untick, pretty simple. Next, you can also have Hey Google detection, so you can enable Hey Google or disable Hey Google, whichever you like. It means when you drive, you don't have to tap this on the screen or tap the phone command on your steering button. You can just say Hey Google, it's going to do voice command for you, just like that. You can do while driving, so it works on all the things. You can delete voice mode, restring voice mode. That's all for you. Night mode, which we've already talked about. You can change the night mode for the maps. And these we've already talked about. That's duplicate to the settings, so check a few steps before. And you can do Google Assistance. Under Google Assistance, this is the individual feature that allows you to set up your Google Assistance for languages, for Hey Google Assistance, for personal results, all that things. Again, this is going to be set up by you. You can decide whichever you like under the Google Assistance. Next one, the taskbar widgets. I don't know what this does, unfortunately. So someone, if you know, please tell me. Enable, disable this. Doesn't really change anything on the screen as far as I can see. You can do driver seat location, again, it's already set it up. You can change the layout, again, we've already set it up, so we're okay with that. You can show conversation and all the things, we already set it up as well. So other things, just privacy policy, safety and data, and versions, all these things are okay. So yeah, that's pretty much all about the screen. Alright, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the channel, hope you enjoyed the contents. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe and like. I will see you next video.